Welcome back outside Gillette Stadium, everybody. My name is Mike Petraglia, joined by a special guest and star of MFB on WEEI.com.
No, Maloney, Fauria, Benz. No, it's OMF. OMF.
That's
There's
right,
no
Christian.
more B in it. What's wrong with you? Smack.
Christian Fauria.
Take that, Ordway.
Christian Fauria joins me after Sunday's second scrimmage and the last 3 days after Saturday's off day for the Patriots. But the big news of the day, Christian, is number 11, Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
It's still the beating hearts of millions of Patriots fans around the country. He's back on the practice field in full pads. You played the game, obviously. What is the significance of Julian Edelman getting back on the field but not in the scrimmage?
Well, I mean, it's just one of the steps that he needs to take to actually take part in full team drills. He was out there. I saw him when I walked. I was like, wow, Julian Edelman, suited up, looked like he's going to go. But he didn't take part in any of the drills. He did some one-on-one stuff with Brady when Brady wasn't, working with the twos down the field during the scrimmage that they had today. That was it. All he did was individual work. So, I mean, it's not like, oh, he's back. I mean, that's one step, He's got the pads on. He's, doing all the drills, and really nothing to see other than that.
Really, and also back on the field was Trey Jackson and Clay Harbor. They were kind of in a similar situation, but everybody's going to focus on Julian. And after practice, Christian, Edelman was saying, like you said, it was just the next step. He is not going to rush anything, and he's going to leave it up to the coaches.
Yeah, and you know what? And why do you need to rush it? The guy's in tune. Brady and him share a brain when they're running routes, so I don't see the urgency there. You got the Saints coming in on Tuesday. You got the Bears coming in after that. I mean, he probably won't play in any preseason games. Probably neither will Gronk.
Do you really see the need or the benefit of him getting any snaps in live preseason action?
You're talking to a guy that hated preseason games and felt that there was no need for them, that and special teams. So, no, I don't. It's just he's a veteran. He's been through it. The speed isn't going to change for him. So that's always a concern. But the one difference is that he's just got to get as many reps with Garoppolo as possible. I know, Brady and Edelman are in tune, but there is a getting to know each other, game tempo, game mechanics, game personality, with live bullets. And I think that is significant. I think guys need to do it. Like, even if it doesn't mean anything, say you did it. We had a 3rd and 1, even though it was make-believe, even though it was like a dress rehearsal, because that's really what preseason is. It's dress rehearsal before the big play against the Cardinals. So I just feel like they need to continue to work together, because I don't care how many different looks and situations you try to make up during a practice, or there's always something that you forget to study for, or like, whoa, we never thought of that. And I tell you what, Brady and Edelman have seen every single simulation that you can throw at them, but Garoppolo hasn't.
And Julian Edelman was asked exactly that after practice, and he said, yeah, I mean, it's important to work with every single quarterback, whether it's Jimmy, whether it's Tom, whether it's Jacoby Brissett, because at this point, who knows?
It isn't, but it isn't. Like I remember even when I was taking, like, even if we were just doing like one-on-one pass routes on air, I would purposely skip and make someone go in front of me so I could have Tom throwing me the ball. I mean, yeah, I wanted Matt Castle and Damon Heward and Rohan Day, wherever it was, Jim Miller, see what they could. But the odds are that I probably wasn't going to be catching a pass from them. So I wanted as many reps with the starting quarterback, and that's just me being selfish.
All right, let's, Christian, move on quickly to the scrimmage itself. Jimmy Garoppolo, I thought, kind of got a little bit of a monkey off his back. He started off a little bit slow again in the scrimmage, and then right before they broke for their halftime, he found I believe it was Martellus Bennett in the end zone over Devin McCourty. Yeah. Earlier in that drive, it was Bennett making a really nice diving grab. Your thoughts on the way Garoppolo, Bennett, and Gronk look together on the first unit?
Listen, how could you not look good with that guy? That was a beautiful throw and an even better catch by Bennett in the corner. On the corner route, they had Gronk on one side, they had Bennett on the other. And if you're the quarterback, you just kind of pick your matchup. Which one do you like better? And even if it's a push, which side do you like throwing to? Are you better throwing it to your right? Or are you better throwing it to your left?
Whoever the shorter cornerback is?
Even it may not even be that. But they're 6'6", 265 pounds. Most teams have a hard time finding one person who can cover a guy like Gronk. You have a hard time finding one guy like Jamie Collins who can get out there and flex wide and jam up a guy like Martellus Bennett or Rob Gronkowski and still just fight to stay alive. Good luck finding two. They don't have two in the AFC as a whole. So to me, that's just going to be a real, situation that's going to be fun to watch based on how does it grow. I know they're doing a lot of YY looks. They're blocking the edge. They're splitting them out on goal line situations and red zone situations. But it's between the 20s that I want to see. Like, how do they move the ball between the 20s? I know what they're going to do. Brady's going to throw quick. Garoppolo's going to try and get the ball out of his hands quick. They're going to run unders and slants and return routes and everything else that's easy to throw. I want to see what they do as far as getting to that situation.
And that is exactly why Rex Ryan has called this a nightmare matchup in terms of what opponents are going to have to do to cover both Gronk and Bennett, especially in the red zone. Tom Brady, let's finish up here, Christian, talking about the way Tom Brady finished up his day, finding DeAndre Carter, who is really competing for one of those wide receiver spots on the bottom of the roster, and then finding A.J. Derby for the two-point conversion. Brian Dable begged Bill Belichick at the end of the scrimmage for that two-pointer. He got it, so we're giving Brady an 11-10 win.
Yeah, but Brady, listen, the entire practice was not very good.
Not sharp.
On Friday, Brady was 25 or 25. It wasn't nearly as good. A.J. Derby, unbelievable catch in traffic, balled it up, caught it as he fell to the ground, and then he caught another one, and the one you're talking about to DeAndre Carter.
Back of the end zone.
Back of the end zone. Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going on there because I felt like, they just kept trying to keep the drive alive to give Brady. I thought they were going to have, Garoppolo actually get the final word. Brady looks good. Other than every now and then the hiccup on the course of a year, but he was playing with DeAndre Carter, he's playing with Chris Harper, he's playing with A.J. Derby, he was playing with Devin Lucien, he was playing with just a bunch of babies, really. And
guys trying to make the roster.
Harper and Carter, they're no bigger than my 4-year-old. Those guys are tiny. We're talking 5'9", 180, 190 pounds. Quick as hell, though, which is fine because that's what he likes. But, overall, I kind of expected it. You had a really tough physical practice on Friday. You had the day off. I feel like they kind of sleptwalked through some things. The defense, in my opinion, had the upper hand. Alan Branch was a beast. Chris Long got by Cameron Fleming at least 3 times, and they didn't even count it as a sack. So these things are deceiving, based on, when people keep stats, they don't count the sacks. They don't count the fact that Brady's holding on to the ball for 20 seconds. Right. But overall, I think they probably are at exactly where they thought they would be.
All right, Christian, thank you very much for joining me on this gorgeous Sunday afternoon.
Cool.
All right, I think we're going to let you go and do that and get back to starring of the OMF program on Monday morning. That'll do it for the 9th practice of the Patriots Training Camp 2016. My name is Mike Petraglia. Be sure to follow all of the Patriots coverage on weei.com. The Patriots will be back to training camp here on Monday morning, 9:15. Then the Saints come to town for joint practices Tuesday and Wednesday. The preseason opener on Thursday night here at Gillette Stadium against the New Orleans Saints. Outside Gillette Stadium, Mike Petraglia, weei.com.